In the vast, ever-evolving world of gaming, some experiences rise above the rest. They challenge reality, push hardware to its limits, and redefine what is possible. From neon-lit cityscapes to sprawling wild frontiers, from shattered ruins to boundless galaxies, these games are more than visuals. They are worlds reborn. Each frame tells a story, every light and shadow immerses you deeper, and every environment is crafted with astonishing detail. Join us as we journey through the most visually breathtaking, ultra-graphic PC games ever created, where imagination meets technology, and every pixel shines with perfection. At the 10th, we journey beyond the stars with Star Citizen, a universe of ambition, scale, and detail unlike anything ever attempted in gaming. This is not just a space simulator. It is a living galaxy, painstakingly crafted with astonishing fidelity. Every starship, every cockpit, every planetary city is a testament to ambition and technological mastery. The detail is staggering. Reflective metals, glowing engines, bustling hangars, and sprawling alien landscapes that stretch beyond sight. Imagine piloting a vessel through a bustling spaceport. Neon lights shimmer across polished hulls, atmospheric storms rage on distant planets, and zero-gravity combat transforms every firefight into a dance of motion and light. Every element is alive, reactive, and breathtakingly precise. Star Citizen pushes hardware to the extreme, showcasing the potential of modern PCs to render massive, intricate worlds. The scale is immense. Vast cities, orbital stations, and star systems waiting to be explored with meticulous attention to detail. Even in its alpha state, Star Citizen demonstrates a vision for the future, a universe not limited by the screen, but by imagination itself. Every ship, every battle, every skyline reminds players that this is more than a game. It is an ongoing experiment in immersion, artistry, and the ultimate realization of ultra graphics. Star Citizen proves that the cosmos, when rendered with care and ambition, can be more real than we ever imagined. Every photon, every reflection, every distant star tells a story worth experiencing. At the 9th spot, we step into a world where hope teeters on the edge of extinction. The Last of Us Part 1. This is more than a story. It is an immersion into a universe of loss, survival, and humanity captured in breathtaking detail. Every character, every ruin, every environmental nuance is meticulously crafted, pulling players into a world that feels alive, fragile, and profoundly real. Picture walking through abandoned streets. Rain streaks across shattered windows, flickering firelight casts dancing shadows across walls, and every corner hides a memory or threat. Joel's face tells stories of grief. Ellie's eyes burn with determination, and the environment itself seems to breathe, whispering secrets long forgotten. Ultra textures, dynamic lighting, and precise animations combine to make every moment cinematic. From tense encounters with the infected to quiet, haunting explorations of empty towns, the world immerses players emotionally as well as visually. The Last of Us Part 1 is not just a remaster. It is a reawakening, an evolution of narrative and artistry intertwined. Every raindrop, every glint of light, every echoing footstep is rendered to perfection, making the player feel the weight of this post-apocalyptic reality. This is a journey you don't just play, you live it. The game proves that video games can convey humanity, emotion, and cinematic brilliance, all in one living, breathing, ultra-detailed world. Now on number 8, we venture into a classic reborn, Quake 2 RTX. What was once a blocky, polygonal arena of chaos is now transformed into a stunning showcase of modern technology. With full path tracing, every light, shadow, and reflection behaves exactly as it would in reality. Steel corridors gleam, alien architecture shimmers, and explosions illuminate the environment with breathtaking accuracy. Imagine walking through a Strogg facility. Plasma bolts streak across walls, rocket fire ignites metallic surfaces, and shadows stretch naturally across every corner. Even the tiniest detail contributes to an overwhelming sense of presence, turning nostalgia into awe. You step into the boots of the classic Marine, facing relentless alien forces, yet the world itself becomes a living participant. The path-traced lighting transforms every firefight into a visual symphony, where every photon tells part of the story. Quake 2 RTX is not just a remake, it is a glimpse into the future of graphics. It demonstrates what happens when decades-old gameplay meets the cutting edge of rendering technology. This is history reimagined, a classic turned into a technological marvel, proving that even old legends can shine brighter than ever when bathed in the light of innovation. Every corridor, every explosion, every reflected surface reminds you, this is not just Quake 2. It is a revolution in pixels. At the seventh spot, we return to the legend that defined PC graphics, Crysis. This is more than a game. It is a benchmark, a challenge, a statement to anyone who asks, can your rig handle the impossible? Set on a mysterious island teeming with life, every tree, every leaf, and every ripple of water is rendered with jaw-dropping fidelity. Light dances through the canopy, shadows stretch with realism, and the world feels alive, untamed, and mercilessly beautiful. Picture yourself in the jungle, sunlight filtering through dense foliage, leaves tremble in the wind, water glistens in rivulets, and even the smallest insect seems alive. The nanosuit transforms you, giving superhuman abilities, yet the environment constantly reminds you of nature's raw, overwhelming power. The remastered edition brings ray tracing, ultra textures, and enhanced physics that make this legendary title feel astonishingly modern. From the dense jungle to alien-infested ruins, every frame is meticulously crafted, every moment a test of your senses and hardware. Crysis is not merely played, it is experienced. It challenges both skill and belief, demanding that you not only survive, but marvel at the unparalleled beauty of a world that pushes technology to its limits. This is Crysis, the ultimate standard where graphics are not optional. They are a living, breathing force. Now on number 6, we hit the open roads of Forza Horizon 5, a world alive with speed, color, and breathtaking scale. This is more than a racing game. It is a celebration of freedom, adventure, and the stunning beauty of Mexico, recreated with astonishing fidelity. Deserts stretch endlessly, jungles thrum with life, and volcanoes rise against skies painted with sunlight. Every road, every turn, every mile is a visual masterpiece. Imagine tearing across a rain-slicked highway. Dust and water spray behind your tires, reflections shimmer across wet asphalt, and the environment responds in real time, alive with color and movement. Cities blaze with neon light, fields sway under the wind, and mountains loom in the distance like monuments. Forza Horizon 5 delivers not only ultra-realistic graphics, but cinematic immersion. Cars gleam under sunlight, motion blurs capture speed perfectly, and environmental effects like storms, dust, and dynamic lighting make every race a spectacle. You are more than a driver. You are part of a living world that breathes and reacts around you. Every festival, every race, every sunset feels like it exists beyond the screen. Forza Horizon 5 isn't just racing. It is experiencing a world in motion, a breathtaking journey rendered in unmatched ultra detail, a symphony of light, color, and speed that you control. At the 5th spot, we descend into darkness with Alan Wake 2. A world where nightmares and reality collide in haunting brilliance. This is not merely a thriller. It is a masterclass in atmosphere, tension, and visual storytelling. Every shadow, every flicker of light, every fog-laden forest is rendered with painstaking precision, drawing players deep into a world that feels alive, dangerous, and unnervingly beautiful. Imagine walking through a small, abandoned town. Mist curls through lamplit streets, neon signs flicker against rain-slick pavement, and the distant howl of unknown creatures whispers through the darkness. Light becomes your ally, casting long shadows, revealing hidden dangers, and illuminating the terror lurking in every corner. You step into Alan Wake's shoes, a writer trapped in a reality shaped by his own imagination, hunted by forces that defy comprehension. As you wield light against darkness, every flare, every lantern, every beam cuts through the environment, showcasing ultra-level detail and cinematic realism that rivals the finest horror films. Alan Wake 2 is more than gameplay. It is immersion at its peak. Trees sway with weight, puddles reflect shattered skies, and every environmental nuance is designed to unsettle, thrill, and captivate. This is storytelling through technology, horror through ultra-fidelity. Alan Wake 2 doesn't just pull you in, it drags you into darkness, making every step, every heartbeat, every shadow unforgettable. Coming in at number 4, we step into a place unlike any other: control. This is the story of the Federal Bureau of Control, a government building where reality twists, bends, and crumbles. The world inside is alive, shifting with impossible geometry, drenched in shadows and light. With ray tracing at its heart, every wall becomes a mirror. Every piece of glass fractures light into a dance of brilliance. Picture yourself walking through a sterile corridor. The floor shines with uncanny reflections, shards of debris hang frozen in midair, and each shadow seems to watch you. The sense of unease is constant, not because of monsters, but because the environment itself feels sentient. You are Jesse Faden, a seeker of truth, wielding powers that defy comprehension. When you launch debris across the room, the light bends, the reflections scatter, and the chaos unfolds in cinematic perfection. Control is more than just a supernatural thriller. It is an artistic showcase of how graphics can shape emotion. The Bureau doesn't just exist, it breathes. It shifts, it whispers, it haunts. Every flicker, every particle, every reflection immerses you deeper. Control doesn't simply show you the uncanny, it makes you live inside it. At the third spot, we dive into the neon-soaked madness of Cyberpunk 2077. This is not simply a game, it is a vision of the future, alive with light, shadow, and endless chaos. Night City rises like a mechanical beast, its skyscrapers glowing against a sky drowned in neon. Every street is alive, every window reflects secrets, every puddle carries the glow of signs burning in the darkness. Imagine driving through rain-slicked highways at night. Neon advertisements shimmer across your windshield, reflections ripple on the wet asphalt, and the city feels less like pixels and more like a breathing organism. Cyberpunk 2077 is powered by cutting-edge ray tracing and path tracing, turning every shadow into a story, every reflection into a mirror of the future. The detail is staggering. Dense crowds move with purpose, cars gleam under streetlights, and towering buildings swallow the skyline in overwhelming scale. You play as V, a mercenary chasing immortality in a world where humanity and technology have melted into one. The city is not just a backdrop, it is a character, alive and relentless, beautiful yet dangerous. Cyberpunk 27 isn't only about graphics, it's about immersion sharpened to a blade, where the line between reality and fiction dissolves into glowing dust. This is not simply Night City. This is the future, rendered in ruthless perfection. Now on number 2, we step into a world frozen in despair. Metro Exodus Enhanced Edition. Here, beauty and terror walk hand in hand. It is not merely a shooter. It is survival, reborn through technology's most haunting glow. The game introduces full path tracing, where light behaves as it does in reality. Shadows breathe, reflections stretch, and every flicker of flame feels alive. Imagine walking through a deserted train station. Moonlight filters through shattered glass, dust drifts through the air, and the silence is so heavy it feels alive. Then a creature emerges, lit in terrifying clarity, and suddenly every photon tells part of the story. You take the role of Artyom, carrying the weight of humanity's survival on a journey across Russia's vast, scarred wastelands. Snow crunches beneath your boots, firelight flickers against rusted steel, and tunnels echo with both menace and sorrow. What makes Metro Exodus special is not just its realism, but its tone. Every light source is storytelling. Every shadow is foreshadowing. Every environment is alive with tension. The Enhanced Edition is more than an upgrade. It is a glimpse into the future of rendering. It shows us that graphics are not only about beauty, they are about emotion, about dread, about making the player believe. Metro Exodus is not simply a game to be played. It is a world to be survived and endured. On number 1, we begin with a game that redefined the meaning of realism itself, Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is not just a title you play. It is the world itself, reconstructed in staggering digital beauty. Imagine soaring above your hometown, seeing every road, every building, every mountain peak, faithfully recreated through satellite imaging and photogrammetry. The game does not simply render landscapes, it streams the Earth. Every horizon unfolds in real time, clouds form dynamically, and weather systems behave as if pulled straight from nature's playbook. Picture yourself piloting through a thunderstorm. Lightning crackles in the distance, raindrops streak against your cockpit glass, and the world below disappears beneath rolling clouds. The immersion is breathtaking, not because it imitates reality, but because it becomes reality. From golden sunsets over deserts to glittering nightlights across vast cities, Microsoft Flight Simulator delivers an experience where technology and artistry converge. It is not only about the aircraft, though each cockpit is lovingly detailed. It is about the act of travel, the feeling of journeying across oceans, mountains, and continents without leaving your chair. This is immersion beyond imagination, a true benchmark of visual fidelity, a reminder that sometimes the ultimate game is the world we already live in, only rendered through the lens of perfection. And so we conclude our journey through these realms of unparalleled beauty. From the densest jungles to the darkest corridors, from the endless stars to cities glowing in neon, these games prove that graphics are more than decoration. They are immersion, emotion, and storytelling. They are milestones in technology, masterpieces of design, and portals into worlds beyond imagination. Every reflection, every shadow, every detail reminds us why we play, why we dream, and why the future of gaming will always be breathtaking. This is Ultra Graphics at its finest, a celebration of vision, artistry, and innovation.